Okay, everyone, here we are back at our dresser. So what we did was we put the first undercoat of spray paint. We did just basic white spray paint that you would get from Walmart, Lowe's, I think 99 cents, $1.49, whatever it is, right? If I'm doing the undercoat, I usually don't get the gloss white, but that's all they had at the time. Anyways, so we have put the first coat on. My granddaughter helped me. She's 6. This is her dresser. And so we do see a few imperfections, but that's okay, because what we are doing in this video is we are showing a thrift store dresser that can be redone in the yard with no sanding involved, which, like I said before, I love to sand, but I had a coworker who actually said, I can't sand, I have a child at home, she would be right up in it, and that's kind of dangerous. So I wanted to do something that would show where we didn't have to sand. So all you needed was a little ventilation, and we just did an undercoat with spray paint. The spray paint did not rub off, if you remember. That way it gave it a good undercoat, something to grab to, because this had that slickness to it. And like I showed you before, the inside of the dresser was real wood. I'm always looking for real wood pieces, but the back part was like really thick cardboard. So this is going to be fine for a 6-year-old. Now, if you were doing this to sell or for some type of customer, you would want to do it a little more quality, maybe not out here with the grass of the sticks, but to just get into the DIY that everybody's doing right now and go ahead and, I don't know, enjoy yourself outside. This is perfect. So this is I wanted to do just a beginner video. Okay, so this dresser drawer is just the coat of spray paint. And it did do a really, really nice coverage. We did do the first coat on the dresser. And we did do the first coat on all of the rest of the drawers. I don't know if you can see with the shadow of the trees. Probably should have waited till a little bit more high noon to video. But I just wanted to show you, we got some good thick paint at Lowe's on the clearance. And sometimes you don't get to pick the color, because what happens is someone gets those little paper slips and they take it, they pick the color, it gets mixed, they take it home, and then they decide it's not the right color. They go to return it to Lowe's, and Lowe's takes it back, and then they put it up for clearance. So this is not a bright white like my granddaughter's ladybug bedroom, but this is kind of a vanilla. So you can see this thrift store dresser has some imperfections. And because we were trying to do a video where we did not have to sand, we are going to fill that in with paint. And keep in mind, this is going for a 6-year-old. So we're not doing 100-year-old pieces here. We're not trying to sell it for top dollar profit. We are going to keep in mind that there may be crayon marks and there may be dresser drawers hanging out with clothes shoved in them. So always, if you can, always try and keep in mind who you're doing the piece for, because you don't want to spend so much time and money for a piece. I'm not trying to be mean here, but for a piece that's going to a child, and the room is there, they play in it and they still are in the habit of marking on the walls. So it really does hurt your feelings when I've done pieces, and it hurts your feelings when people don't take care of them. So I just wanted to do this second follow-up to make sure that everybody sees that the first coat can cover some imperfections pretty good. You can see, well, let's try and get back in some light here. It does a good even coat. It dries very good. So you can tell by the quality of the paint, by the label, and you can get the most expensive paint, all on that little clearance aisle at Lowe's. I don't know if Home Depot does it. We use our veterans discount at Lowe's, so we are Lowe's shoppers. So just wanted to go ahead and show y'all that. We went ahead and got that first coat on. It is drying in the sun. I'm going to go ahead and get that first coat on this piece. This piece, like I said, is just the top spray paint. So I could go ahead and show y'all that the spray paint does give a good coverage. Now let's go back to our dresser. Did not do the inside because what is the point? No one's going to see the inside. Just like the inside of a drawers. What is the point? She's going to shove it with clothes, right? We did do the knobs. We did use this paint. It's about $5-6. It does have a very, very good coverage. So our knobs are dry. Do you see where I was talking about on the last video how you can, on these type of knobs, you can spray paint them, lean them over, flip them over, spray paint them. But for some reason, you will always have some type of spot. Now, that is underneath. Like I said, this is going to a child. Will she ever see the underneath of that? Maybe, maybe not. But I go ahead and I take a coat hanger and I hang them from a coat hanger, okay? And I hang them in the yard on a tree branch, whatever you've got, and then go ahead and hit it again, and then it will dry like that. Because where your coat hanger is going to be, let's say your coat hanger is here right where my finger is, right? That's already painted. We're only trying to get the spots that got stuck together. So, and then you'll have a little tiny spot on every one of them where they stuck together. It is really small, so if it doesn't bother you, it's no big deal. That one's a little bit bigger. You can see the little goldness coming through. So just keep in mind who you're doing it for. And we will, you go ahead and post this video. This one stuck to the plastic a little bit, so you can see how it's a little rough right there. So I'm going to tell you a little trick, because we're doing this project without a sander, right? This is to prove to y'all that you do not need a sander. Trust me, I love a sander. Makes everything all smooth, takes away all the imperfections. But on this project, we're proving you don't need a sander. So you can take a fingernail file and file down those little rough edges. I don't know if y'all can see them, because I know the lighting is not there great. But there's little bitty rough edges here to where it stuck to the plastic. You can fingernail file it, hang it to dry, and then turn around and just squirt it again. Like I said, this is $5-6 a can. It is super great stuff. Look, from metal, wood, plastic, prevents rust, and it does really dry in 10 minutes or less. This is really, really, really good stuff. So you can actually do furniture like that. The only reason I don't spray paint furniture like some people do is because even though it says no runs, you get runs. You don't get good coverage. You've got to almost be a high experienced spray painter to make a piece of furniture look really good. But on a brush, you can get a really, really good coverage. Paint is wet on a brush. And like I said, this is our first coat, but we do have some imperfections. We can fill in those imperfections with the second coat. See some imperfections right here? We're going to be able to fill that in with the second coat. So anyone can do this. I'm not a pro. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not that crafty. I hear this all the time. You can. You can. This whole entire dresser, it cost, what did I say, 50 bucks last time? So super cute, personalized just for her, and it's going to be great. Okay, so we're going to let everything dry, and then I'm going to get it all together, and then I will do a part 3 and show y'all what it looks like. Thanks, guys.